Just let me know when it's up and I'll...
It's streaming now.
If anybody asks or whatever, just tell them I fucked it up.
Alright, I'm watching an ad again, so give me a second.
Yeah, for Atomic Blonde. God, she looks good.
Yeah, it does. Seen it Thursday.
All right, looks like we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're up. Yeah, so.
All right, looks like we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're up. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's just testing the audio. All right, looks like we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're up. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's just testing the audio. All right. Okay.
So fucking weird.
It's so fucking weird,
Hearing
right?
it right away.
All right. Okay, we'll set up the intro again and do that all over again. Right. 30 seconds, all quiet.
Jack of All Nerds is recorded in front of a dead studio audience.
We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Read us any rule, we'll break it.
It's 8 p.m., kiddies, and you know what that means.
Guy I love, he's mine, I'm his. There's nothing gay about it in our eyes.
You puny rangers, make my monster grow!
Oh no, guys! It's Velvetor! We need Krispy Kreme Megazord power now!
Welcome back to more Cooking with Bane.
You think grilling is your ally? Now's not the time to sear. That comes later.
Are you the doctor?
No, I'm the nurse.
Where is he?
You've been listening to the G-Spot, where we play nothing but Kenny G classics for a 2-hour block of time. Due to explicit content, listener discretion is advised.
On with the show!
Hello, and welcome to the Jack of All Nerds on Chaotic Radio. I am the Jack of All Nerds, Michael Maxwell. Joining me tonight, as per usual, gentleman, scholar. None of those things are true. Derek Murray, everybody.
Who's in the studio? Who could that possibly be? Hello, everyone.
And in the booth, as always,
Garth.
Danny and a tiny chihuahua.
I call him Bubbles.
It's a bobblehead.
Yeah.
Because he said Bubbles.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I hadn't got it before, so I'm
Oh.
glad that you said that right
You're
now.
welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. Tonight, everybody, it is our not at Comic-Con live coverage 2017.
It's one of my favorite episodes. Honestly, as much as I want to be able to get press passes to go to Comic-Con, I feel like it is a staple of our show to not ever be there and still give our coverage at the end of the weekend.
Like every time I see pictures from a Comic-Con, I just get all like, like there's just too many people.
Yeah.
And I've been in the neighborhood during Comic-Con one year.
And you can smell the funk.
Yeah, no, it's like just even looking down a street,
Yeah.
like towards the convention center, you're just like, that is too many people.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like, oh my God, I want to go to Comic-Con. But then I remember what it's like to just go to any con. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe not. Like it's a lot. Like as fun as it is, and it is. And I do kind of want to make sure we go to one at least this year together. But it is an exhausting feat. And I can't even imagine like, because we typically do like the smaller cons, and I can't imagine how exhausting Comic-Con is. Like, it must be all of the regular ones times 10. Because,
Yeah.
sure, it's fun and you're around everybody, but, like, that shit takes it out of you. It's really tiring.
Well, shit, man. I was looking at one of these lines for one of the Hall H panels they were doing, and like I know where the convention center is. I know where the waterfront is in San Diego. Holy shit, the line was wrapped all the way around, all the way back and up the waterfront in San Diego, and I was just like, God damn.
You know, at what point when you see a line do you go, oh yeah, we're not getting inside, I'm not waiting in this fucking line?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Because that is an absolute thing. Just because you wait for Hall H doesn't mean you're getting in there.
Yeah, no, not at all.
And at some point, common sense has got to kick in to where
Yeah.
you're just like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'll just watch it online like everybody else.
And I'm
Like us.
And I'm willing to bet it was that Marvel Infinity War
Probably.
panel.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's probably one of the only things that hasn't ended up online in its official form.
The Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because almost everything else has been released online.
No, and look, Disney has been quick to shut that shit down.
Yeah, they have.
So-
Yeah, Disney does not fuck around
Mm-mm.
with leaked footage.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's tonight, guys. We're gonna talk about all the cool stuff that we didn't see at San Diego Comic-Con
Yeah,
2017.
we're just gonna run down all the stuff we didn't get to experience. We're gonna talk about it like we did, and then resent the fact that we didn't.
Yeah, and we're also tonight we are streaming on Twitch. So
Hi, Twitch.
if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to comment in the chat, and we'll give you a shout out on the air, or just maybe I'll chat back at you.
Yeah.
in the chat. Make it weird.
Ooh.
Make it weird. Anyway, so look, guys, it is now time for us to talk about the people who allow us to be here on the show. That's right, the sponsors, everybody. First up, the Etiwanda Roadhouse. Conveniently located off the 210 freeway at the Day Creek exit in Rancho Cucamonga, California. The Etiwanda Roadhouse has nightly food specials, drink specials, live entertainment, pub trivia, karaoke, all that kind of good stuff. For more information, visit facebook.com/eRoadhouse. You're killing me here. More on that bit. They're actually doing a Injustice 2 tournament this week.
Yes.
I'm going to give a little bit more information on that as soon as we wrap up with sponsors.
Sweet.
Next up, The Dinner Detective, America's largest interactive murder mystery dinner show. Enjoy a fabulous 4-course meal while solving a hilarious murder investigation. For more information, visit thedinnerdetective.com. And if you're purchasing tickets for the Claremont, California location, use the promo code CRIME to get a $5 discount. And also, 4-Color Fantasies comic book store located in Rancho Cucamonga, California. For more information, visit 4colorfantasies.com. Also on Facebook, facebook.com/4CF Rancho. And both of those are with the number 4, not with it spelled out.
One of the best comic book stores you'll ever go to, guys.
Yes. The best.
The best.
The best.
It's bigly.
It's
It's
huge.
so good. It's huge.
It's huge.
It's terrific. It's so fantastic.
Now that we've made you think it's not.
It wasn't sarcastic.
The walls are beautiful there.
Basically, if you say anything like Trump, it sounds like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Or you're lying. Either one. Or both.
They have some of the best comic books there. They're great. I have read all of them.
So is it better
I've
to
seen
say
them.
like, you need to go to 4-Color Fantasies and Rancho Cucamonga?
I think if you leave presidents out altogether.
Yeah, I think it does make it better. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think it holds a little bit more gravitas if you
Really?
Obama it.
What have you? 4 years ago.
4-Color Fantasies.
4-Color and 7 fantasies ago.
That's a lot of fantasies
That is
ago.
a lot of fantasies.
Anyway, yeah. So check them out. They do a lot of cool events, private screenings of movies coming up. They're gonna have a private screening of what's the next one? Thor. Ragnarok.
Yeah.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna talk about that
We're gonna
shit.
talk the shit out of that.
Man.
I am so excited.
Yes.
Oh God.
Well, that's sponsors, guys.
Woo.
God, we went the whole song.
Yeah.
We never do that.
We have a couple times. I've restarted it twice.
All right.
Look,
so-
I'm an advocate for that song playing during the entire show, but I've been vetoed out. So
As I was mentioned previously, the Etowanda Roadhouse in
Roadhouse. I wasn't sure if I should do it or not.
You have to do it every time.
I
Derek.
do. It's part of who I am.
in Rancho Cucamonga, California. They are having an Injustice Dos tournament. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Like
Sure.
Dos Equis, an Injustice Dos Equis tournament.
I feel like somebody somewhere is like, I don't have that game.
I don't always play.
I don't always play Injustice.
But when I do,
I prefer Dos Equis.
stay violent, my friends.
I really thought you were going to go the route of I don't always play, but when I do, I play Sub-Zero.
Hey, fuck you. He's awesome. I've been playing a Sub-Zero.
No. That's what
No.
I'm saying. Everybody that I've heard that's played him is like, he's the greatest character of all time.
He's so OP.
It's so unfair. Like when I first started playing him, I played against my girlfriend, and I didn't look up moves, I didn't look up combos, and I fucking owned her with her prime. She was like, "You don't even know how to play this character," and I was like, "Babe, just trust me on this when I tell you, he is super OP, and really all you have to do is hit X." And you will annihilate people. And she was like, I don't believe you. And I was like, all right, cool. So we played through a tower with him. And she was like, how the fuck is that fair? She literally just grabbed the controller and button mashed and owned. He's the easiest character. He's the most fun because it takes no skill to be awesome with Sub-Zero. But he won't be there at the tournament.
No.
So
Well, we don't know that. But based on our previous experience with the Mortal Kombat tournament they had there, they
No
only had
DLC.
the base. Yeah, they didn't have any of the DLCs, so we're guessing they won't for this either. But
I don't care. I'll kick ass without him.
but here's what you guys need to know: it is going down this week. When if you're not listening to this live, that would be Wednesday, July 26th. At 7:30 is when sign-up starts. 7:30 p.m. Tournament starts at 8:30. It's free to sign up. Cash prizes, guys.
yeah.
Cash prizes that just show up and fucking play video games.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, to show up and win at said video game. You know,
Yeah, but let's
Right.
see. I mean, you can win the
But
losers too.
It's very, very low risk, high reward.
Yes.
Yeah, it
So-
really
Yes.
is. Yeah, yeah.
mean,
and honestly, it's just the reward to be there and be involved because we
Yeah.
got knocked out fairly early in the last tournament.
Well, some of you.
So, oh, okay.
Which is weird. I making it to the second round and then actually played the least.
Played the least. Yeah, played the least amount. Yeah. But no, they do this cool thing where they have like a losers bracket. So even if you lose, you can still be like the king of the losers. And that's a lot of fun. And like it's a great time. And if you're a fan of the video game and you want to just come hang out, eat wings, and drink good drinks and play video games, then you need to go to the Roadhouse.
so heavy on that.
Yeah.
So much.
No, it was supposed to be.
We will definitely be there, all of us. So
In person.
We hope to see you. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to Skype.
Okay.
I'm going to Skype in.
All right. Virtual presence. That's
Yeah,
cool.
you know how I feel about people. So
No, I get it. I totally understand, Mike.
send a robot
Yeah.
in my presence to play.
Mike's just waiting for like holograms, where he's just send a hologram of himself to show up.
Look, Stephen Hawking's going to be there on my behalf. It's how we
Hello,
roll.
my name is Michael.
Prepare to lose.
He's just going to beat the rest of you with science. Is what it's how it's going to work. I don't know how. I just know that's how it's going to work. So
Just inserts himself into the game. Stephen Hawking wins.
oh man.
A robot voice playing a robot voice playing a robot person. That's awesome.
Down.
Anyway, so yeah, that's happening this week. Also, guys, I should tell you about a little thing we have called a Patreon.
What?
Sorry.
Sorry,
Now
I
I just want to say it again so you'll react in the same way.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
What?
Do it again.
A Patreon.
What? It sounds better in stereo.
It does. It really does.
It really does.
Oh,
We got to make this a
my
thing,
God.
Mike.
This is gonna be a
Wow.
thing.
This is what we're gonna do every time, Danny.
And for just pennies, and by pennies I mean dollars, you
The same thing.
you can have access.
It's almost the same thing.
You can have exclusive access to our Patreon, and
I was gonna do it again.
I know you were. Derek wasn't on board. Anyway,
I'm sorry. I was listening
You
to his
missed it.
announcement.
You
I missed
missed
it. We'll get it next time.
So aside from just the tier rewards that you can get, we do bonus content.
Mhm.
We've lately been doing movie commentaries, and
It's been a boatload of fun, by the way.
yeah, and we're keeping that going.
Yeah.
So the last July's was Batman Forever. Yeah, that's just saying.
Yeah.
But then coming up in August, we are doing Attack of the Clones,
Jesus.
followed up by Battlefield Earth. That was a patron request.
You rat brain.
I know, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for him.
All right.
If you're a patron and you tell us to torture ourselves for your enjoyment,
Yeah.
we're going to do it.
So here's what we need. We need more people to be patrons so that you can give other suggestions so we can stop subjecting ourselves to things like Battlefield Earth.
Can I'm just gonna put this out there. Can somebody please request The Room?
Don't you fucking dare.
Actually,
don't you put that
Because
out
I
in the
haven't
universe.
seen it. I've been seeing everything about it.
There was one show recently before I came here. I was forced to sit and watch it with my girlfriend and all her friends. I had to leave right before the end, so I still don't know how it ends.
Well, he didn't hit her.
But I don't care. Like that. No.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Fucking A,
It's
man.
his best friend. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Anyway, so that being said, if you are a patron, there's obviously different tier rewards.
Mhm.
If you spend enough money, we'll give you shout outs on the show, including the Nerd Out app.
Yeah.
Which, if you're not familiar with this app, guys, if you're into nerd-themed events, anything from video games to comic books to all that kind of stuff, you can find local events using the Nerd Out app. Just go to the App Store, type in Nerd Out. It's available on, I think, both Apple and Android devices. And they have a ton of locations that they have events for. Right now, they have up their top 5. They have for some major cities in Los Angeles. Got a couple of events coming up. They have Midsummer Scream 2017, and that's on July 29th. Create Your Own Superhero Kids Art Show, July 22nd, which was yesterday, so sorry I even mentioned it.
They still got it.
Street Food Cinemas Hunger Games 5th anniversary is July 29th.
Nice.
A history of Batman in cartoons with Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
I'm sorry,
happening
what?
on July 25th.
I feel like I need to be there.
Segway.
Wow, awkward.
Yeah, and you can find all these, all the top 5s and everything I said. You can find that on the Nerd Out app.
It is honestly, if you are into nerd things and you're just kind of like, oh, I don't know how to find events outside of cons. Like it's one of the best apps that you can get to just find little things and support local artists and support local events.
Yep.
It's amazing. So definitely check them out.
Yep. And once again, guys, I see that we've got a few people watching via Twitch. If you have any questions, comments, definitely post them in the chat, and we'll give you a shout out here on the air. Or if you're listening to it via chaoticradio.com, same thing. Just hit us up on Facebook, and we will definitely give you a shout out. So let's move on because we have so much to cover with our Not at Comic-Con live coverage 2017.
That's right. We were not at Comic-Con.
But should we do Blast from the Past?
Yeah.
So because of Comic-Con, I decided that we should make it superhero-themed this time around. And I think the most recent one is going to be Danny tonight.
I think it is me, yeah.
Yeah.
With the old Blade.
With the original, the OG Blade. I actually really like this movie. Because it kind of kicked the whole modern comic book movie, I don't know, renaissance, I guess you can call it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I want to say Wesley Snipes' last great movie.
What?
Yeah.
That can't be right.
I think that's kind of right, man.
No, not even Blade 2?
I'm not a big fan of sequels because this is like a trope in sequels. They got to go like abroad to other countries. I'm like, just keep it at
And
home,
we
man.
know Danny
Spend that
hates
money at home.
foreigners.
Yeah.
I do hate foreign movies. That's so bad. But yeah, like honestly, the movie I liked. I just didn't like how like every sequel thinks it has to go overseas and do something. Like, hey, Blade's worldly now. It's like, no, but like, there's a vampire problem still in the United States. Can he just do that?
He's actually not far off with that being his last good movie.
I'm not.
I mean, Undisputed was good. Okay. No,
right.
no one's gonna go with me on that.
Let's move on to Blade. Let's just keep talking about that one.
I mean, The Art of War was a movie.
Was he in that?
I think that was Kerry Tagawa's last great movie too.
He was in that. Remember, it was him and Michael Biehn, who ended up being the bad guy. Oh, spoiler alert! Sorry if you haven't seen this movie from 1999 or 2000.
All right, so yeah, Blade.
So Blade.
Wesley Snipes, a guy who I haven't seen in anything since Steven Dorff. but you haven't really seen him in anything prior. So the Highwayman himself, Chris Christopherson.
Oh yeah.
I know I'm gonna butcher this name, Mbushi Wright, who you haven't seen in anything. Donald Logue, who I fucking love. I loved him in Terriers. He was in The Patriot. Udo Kier, who's a bad guy in everything just because of his accent.
Yep.
You're just gonna read off the whole cast
No,
list?
I'm just gonna stop at Udo Kier because that's really the last one worth mentioning. But it's about the Daywalker Blade in Los Angeles, doing his thing, killing vampires, making the streets safe again for humanity. Comes up against a guy named Deacon Frost, who has this plan to purge all the pureblood vampires and create himself as the blood god, so he can be on kind of equal terms with Blade in terms of walking in daylight and having no weaknesses. And
It was a solid plan.
it was a solid plan in terms of vampire lore.
A bit ridiculous though, since really all he needed to be out in the daylight was some sunscreen.
Some sunscreen.
Yeah, or a fucking motorcycle helmet. Like that's it. That's all you need.
Yeah. So you've defeated the sun.
Yeah. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
And then
That always bothered me. Like I love Blade and I think it's a great film. But every single time he's out in the daylight for any reason, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You got to be kidding me.
at least he wasn't sparkling.
But he's in the sunlight bitching about not
Being able to be in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you got all our strengths and none of our weaknesses. You're the Daywalker. And it's like, motherfucker, you're out at noon with him. What are you talking about?
Well, he just doesn't. He doesn't like sunscreen. He doesn't like.
He doesn't like the smell. All right.
Yeah.
It makes him look really pale.
Even though he's pale to begin with.
But I know Wesley Snipes has done a lot of movies where he kind of shows off his martial arts. But this movie really set him up as the martial artist that he is.
I disagree.
Go on.
It was Passenger 57. I'm not even trying to be funny about that.
Really?
That's a serious claim?
He whoops all kinds of ass
He
in that
whoops
movie.
all sorts of ass in this one.
Yeah, but this was first.
With a sword.
57 was first.
Did he have a sword in 57?
He had a fucking plane.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, he didn't wield it as a weapon, but
wow.
But he got a cool leather jacket.
Sure.
Cool leather jacket in this one, man.
Plus, what is it with his enemies? It was Charles Rain and that Deacon Frost in this. There's a lot of weather. water-based things going on there.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. The main thing I love about this movie is just that last line Blade gives Stephen Dorff's character.
Gotta go. No, always bet on black. No, what? Sorry, you go ahead.
It's there's always some motherfuckers trying to ice skate uphill, and then he does a really cool kick, and he kicks a.
Yeah, out of all hero catchphrases, that's
my go-to because hey,
that's your hasta la vista, baby.
He got to say motherfucker in it. Yep, always some motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill.
All right, that's fair point.
All right.
So you're giving it a.
I'm giving it a blast. I love Blade.
Giving it a blast.
It was like one of the first rated R movies I got to see. So
now, where did you see it? Is it available on Netflix?
No,
if someone hasn't seen it before?
I own Blade. So.
You own Blade. Okay. I think. Now Netflix doesn't like originals, so Blade 2 is probably available there. Something like that.
No, it's probably Blade Trinity.
Was on there
for
a
sure.
while.
For sure, Blade Trinity.
I know a
is
lot
on
of people
Netflix.
talk shit on Blade Trinity. I love Ryan Reynolds in that movie.
I actually really enjoy Blade Trinity. Fight me. I don't give a fuck.
Ryan Reynolds does not a good movie make.
Okay, no, Green Lantern. That's true.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds did everything he could. He could not save that
Yeah,
movie.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so we move on.
Yes.
let's move on.
You're next.
Am I?
Yes.
93?
93.
All right. So I wasn't even sure if this qualified, but actually now that I've researched the film,
we've had people do animated films before. So
yeah, but I wasn't sure if that's the case, then there's all kinds of direct to video animated films.
This movie saw a theatrical release.
It did, and I actually didn't know that until I pulled it up and started researching it. But that's why I asked to qualify it, because I wasn't sure if it was just a Batman in his wheelhouse I think he has more animated direct-to-video films than probably any other superhero out there. But this is, I did the Mask of the Phantasm,
So good.
which is, I actually think this is one of the first animated Batman theatrical release films based on the animated series, because they use all the same characters. So they use the voiceover actors, so Mark Hamill, Kevin Conroy, all the voices that you really love and are kind of have that iconic role for them. I remember watching this film as a kid and just loving the hell out of it, because it was just so It was a lot darker than most of the other things that you had seen. It dealt with a lot of things. It dealt with a whole different side of Batman and Bruce Wayne that you hadn't really seen. If you guys have never seen this movie, it deals with Batman kind of wrestling with why he chose to be Batman in the first place. You kind of see him develop a relationship before he actually became Batman with somebody that he relates to, who lost their parents, and then in a kind of string of events, it kind of brings him apart, and that's what drives him to end up becoming Batman. And then a lot of things that were surrounding their relationship kind of come back to haunt them. There's this new villain who goes by the name of the Phantasm, who seems to be unkillable. It's mysterious, and it just starts knocking off all these gangsters. So Batman, tries to figure out who that is. And it's just a really great, complex story for an animated film. I mean, the layers that this peels back and how far it goes and what it deals with is fantastic.
Well, you basically you took the format and the Batman the Animated Series and you made it feature length.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
That's what's
yeah,
so great
100%. Yeah, and the fact that you let everybody that worked on the animated series come over to actually make this film. Now, it was a box office flop, and the creators have blamed Warner Brothers because it wasn't originally going to have a theatrical release. They were just going to do a direct-to-video, and then a handful of weeks before Warner Brothers was like, yeah, let's do it.
Derek, is Warner Brothers ever really to blame if DC properties going wrong?
100% of the time, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No,
Sorry.
I'm gonna
It's
say
my mistake.
I'm gonna say with confidence, 100% of the time, it's fucking Warner Brothers' fault because they did. They within weeks of this movie set to be released, Warner Brothers was like, we should release it theatrically, and they had done no marketing, and so it did not do well when they actually released it, but it's developed a huge cult following. It is actually number 25 in the top best animated feature films of all time.
Oh, wow.
So it's ranked super high. It has an 84% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it was just heralded as a great feature film. So with all that said, I'm giving it a gas. No, I honestly, I loved it. It was great reliving the childhood, watching it as an adult. So I genuinely am going to give it a blast. It's actually relatively hard to find for free. I actually had to buy it. So you can buy it on pretty much any, if you have Amazon Prime, you can buy it. If you have Xbox, you can buy it on the store.
Mm-hmm.
So you can buy it on any of those services, but you can't really get it for free. I looked first, and you're going to have to pay for this movie.
Okay. I am doing Superman 2, but I'm doing the Richard Donner cut.
Ooh.
Of the film.
What's different?
Fancy.
Quite a fucking bit.
Ooh.
So for people that don't know, Richard Donner actually filmed most of Superman 2 while he was filming the original Superman, 1979. And then the Salkins did not care for him and fired him and hired someone else to come in and finish it.
What a bag
And
of dicks.
they changed a bunch of the stuff that he had envisioned for this film. Now, while the overall plot is still pretty much the same, what the Richard Donner cut does is it restores a lot of the footage that he had already filmed. Which when you watch the two movies side by side, you're like, holy fuck! That they replaced so much stuff, and some of it is so minute that you're like, why would you even do that? Why would you change it?
Yeah.
One prime example is when General Zod and them are taking over the planet. Basically, in the theatrical cut, they do this dumb thing where they fly by Mount Rushmore, and they beam change all the faces to their faces. It just with a single beam, that's dumb. That's a dumb power. Why do you have that? And then they show the president watching, and he's like, thousands of man hours to create, and they defaced it in an instant. In the Richard Donner cut, they fly past the Washington Monument, and they heat vision it, and it collapses. And you're like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. That's yeah. So, and it's just a lot of little shit like that. There was a scene, and I remember seeing this when I was a kid. When they take over Hillbillyville, there's a little kid who's like, "No, please let my daddy down." Also, the kid's voice is different in the Donner cut than it is in the. I don't even know why, but I remember seeing that kid killed because he takes off on a horse, And General Zod's like, nobody leaves, and the big guy throws that like siren, and it kills him in the distance. Like you don't see the kid smash, but you know he's dead. And then like recently I watched Superman 2 and it was removed. And I don't know if somebody was just super sensitive. You killed a kid,
probably.
take it out.
Probably.
But the Richard Donner cut has that restored.
Oh, okay.
So child murder, yay.
Gotta
like,
have it.
That's how you know the situation's just, like serious.
But
man.
like the whole opening to the movie is different with the whole elevator scene in Paris where he throws the bomb into space and that's what shatters the why am I blanking on the name
Phantom
of it?
Zone?
The
The
Phantom
Phantom
Zone.
Zone.
Thank you. Jesus. That's different. Basically, it cuts back to the first movie where Superman kicked the missile, one of the missiles, up into space. The missile blew up and shattered it. And that's what released him. The whole, like, Lois finding out. Lois is... she's a cunt. Because in
every
his,
iteration of her.
in his version, she kind of figures it out, like, right away and jumps out a window at the Daily Planet. And she's like, you won't let me die. And he, like, of course, Superman's down, like, but as Clark and, like, does something to save her life. So very similar to when she jumps in the river
I was about to
in
say,
Niagara Falls.
Guys, didn't she jump into the river in Niagara Falls?
That was added. So
Okay.
that sequence, they still go to Niagara Falls, but all that was added.
Okay.
And so when they're in Niagara Falls, there's different scene where they're talking, and he's kind of, Clark is being all like, you like Superman and not me, wah. She pulls out a gun, and she's like, I still think you're Superman. And he's like, and the problem is, I was threatening my life, not yours. And then she pulls the trigger, and the gun goes off, and of course he like, for a moment, and then he's like, you know, if I were Clark, that would have killed me if I wasn't Superman. And she's like, blanks. And it's like, really, Superman? You're retarded? You fell for that? Like, I mean, you have,
Wow.
you would have seen the bullet. Like, no
Yeah.
bullet hit you. You didn't have to be like, yeah, I'm Superman. Wait, what? There was no bullet like that.
Hindsight is 2020, my
Yeah.
friend.
So anyway, they figured it out. That stuff's all the same. The end of the movie is very different. There's actually way more Brando. Yeah, like all the scenes.
You're my son.
All the scenes that are when Lex finds the lair and he's like discovering with the crystals. It was like his mom and some other dude as the holograms. All that was Brando. That was originally all done by Brando. So I don't know why they took that shit out and changed it, but they did.
Just to give a big FU to Donner and Brando.
Yeah, I don't know. One of the things that they did keep in that I thought was wacky as shit is the diner sequence, where once he loses his powers, he goes and gets beat up.
Oh, yeah.
And then they kept the end sequence where he comes back and fucks that guy up. Now, here's where that doesn't make any sense. So the movie, again, the big battle in the city's pretty much the same. When they go back to the Fortress of Solitude, you remember the big fight where they like make duplicates of themselves and he throws that weird cellophane ass off his chest?
Yeah, right.
That's none of that's there.
Yeah,
Really?
I thought that wouldn't be in the Donner
They
cut.
literally show up and then they talk and then the trick thing happens and then he defeats them and that's it. Like that's all that's there. But he leaves. So what's weird is that he leaves Luthor in the Fortress of Solitude. He flies out and then he nukes it with his heat vision and destroys it. Because the powers, like again, the little, it would take me forever to explain why.
Wait,
but
Superman nukes the Fortress of Solitude?
yeah, he destroys it.
Well, I mean,
Because he doesn't need it anymore.
with great power.
And it's all relating to the relationship with him and Lois and all that stuff. So she still knows he's who he is. And then he returns her to the city and you're like, wait a minute, did he just kill Lex Luthor in there? Like, what is that about? And then he leaves her behind and she's like, your secret's safe with me. And then all of a sudden you see the Earth start to rotate backwards again. I'm like, really, motherfucker? You're using the same trick from Superman 1?
Wait, did he scream
He-
really?
He turned time back to before he blew up the Phantom Zone and then restarted it again.
Wait, is this the Donner cut?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And so they never get released is basically how it happens.
Well, I got to
But
say, if you have that ability...
Here's the problem. He reverses time and then comes back and, you know, Lois is clueless again. But then he goes back to the diner and beats up the guy who beat him up. And it's like, all that shit happened after they were released from the Phantom Zone, motherfucker. How does this guy even know who you are?
Yeah, right.
And I understand that.
Poor writing.
Well, some of it may just be like they still had to use the footage Donner didn't get to finish his movie.
Yeah.
So he still had to use stuff from there. So it's possible that they were just like, well, fuck it, we don't have an ending, so here you go.
This is what happens when you
Yeah.
fire me during filming.
Yeah.
But honestly, a lot of the changes and a lot of the acting was done better in the scenes that were there. Like way better acted. And I feel like a lot of the actors were pissed that Donner got fired. Like Gene Hackman, walked off. Like,
Really?
yeah, didn't want to complete. And a lot of the actors hated it too. So maybe they were giving like lackluster performances in solidarity.
Taking the film.
Yeah, I don't know, but all the scenes that were re-added were just really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually a better cut of the film. There are things that I miss, as campy as the stupid cellophane S.
I mean,
thing
it
and all
stands
that
out.
stuff.
It's a classic move, though.
And-
like everybody remembers that.
And the line when he flies up to the outside of the Daily Planet and he's like, "Zod, would you care to step outside?" Like, I always thought it was a dumb line, but it was good.
Yeah.
That line's different in the Donner cut. But so there's like little changes where
What
I'm
is
like,
it? Is it
I
Zod,
like the
get
original.
the fuck out here?
It's something about print is dead or the press is, I don't know, whatever. Press is dead. I don't know, something like that. But it wasn't as good of a line. So I have to give it a blast because it's
What? Do we have 3 blasts?
we do.
Wow.
Jeez.
crazy.
Unprecedented.
I know.
We hate everything.
I think the thing is we had to choose our own comic book movie, and we were going
Yeah,
to choose some
that's
shit
true.
movie that was made.
In all fairness, I did try to find
Yep.
the I think it's 1980 Punisher with
Yeah,
Dolph
Dolph
Lundgren,
Lundgren, yeah.
and I couldn't find it anywhere.
See, I tried to find the 1993 Captain America, 94 Captain America.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
that'd be a
yeah.
good one.
So terrible.
And actually,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this after the fact. I was like, God damn, it was like Spawn that you did a
Spawn.
couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
Spawn
and I was
would've
going
been
to do
perfect.
Spawn, but I did it
Yeah.
last
It
week.
would have been
so-
perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
well.
Oh, well.
All right, guys. So we have to take a commercial break right now. When we come back, we are starting into our coverage of Comic-Con because we're not at Comic-Con, nor were we at all,
Yeah.
or ever,
Yeah.
for that matter.
So our not at Comic-Con coverage.
2017. If you're watching on Twitch, you are probably going to lose the audio from us.
Yeah.
For while we're at commercial, but we'll still be here. If you want to chat us up in the chat, we'll be happy to answer in the chat as well. But we'll be out for about 5 minutes or so. And if you're listening anywhere else, you want to join the conversation, give us a call 909-360-8330 or message us on Facebook, facebook.com/Jack of All Nerds. We will be right back.
All right, we're clear for 5.
You're listening to the Jack of All Nerds show on Chaotic Radio. Odin's beard. What great entertainment you have here in Midgard.
Welcome back to the Jack of All Nerds on Chaotic Radio. What struck you funny there, Danny? How stupid that intro is?
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you not heard it in a long time?
I haven't heard that in forever, man.
We haven't. He plays like 3.
I play 3.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And it's the
Yeah.
same 3, just in different order every time.
Yeah, we used to have a bunch more, and I don't know if they're just not there anymore or
Well, I
they don't
mean,
get
the
played.
only ones. I mean, you have the Joker, you have the Batman, you have the Thor and the Galactus, but
We had a Pirates one. We had
there's no pirate one.
some- yeah, I don't know what happened.
You have a
to all
Riddler
of them.
one, which I haven't heard in a long time either. Maybe I'll play
Really?
that the next time we come in.
Do we?
You have the Riddler one, yeah. I'll play that one, and I'll play the Galactus one on our next commercial breaks.
Okay, I think the Riddler one sucked. I think that's
You
why.
do have that one. That's the what?
Riddle me this.
Yes.
Yeah, what tickles your ears while
Oh, yeah.
something.
What- yeah. What I think it's what pleases your ears while splitting your sides.
Yeah.
Riddle me this, Batman. I needed a voice that was different from my Joker voice.
So
That's what you get.
You go straight to Roger the Alien.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Who ate all the PK and Sandies?
Plus, I'm the only one that does the intros, guys.
That's true.
I have to.
Hey.
There's like I have to make my voice as different as possible. Like even Thor, that's me doing Odin's beard, but then I also lowered my voice.
Just a bit, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, wow.
whoo. All right.
Good
So,
start.
live
From
not-
New York, it's Saturday night.
Not well, wherever it is, not at Comic-Con.
Yeah, right.
2017, guys. So let's start breaking down some of the stuff that went down
There's
Yeah.
a list
at
this year,
Comic-Con.
man.
There
Holy
is.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go down this list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save the good stuff for last,
Oh,
All right.
okay.
and I'm gonna start with the awful stuff.
So Justice League,
So
got it.
Doctor Doom.
Oh, Jesus.
Let it die,
It
Fox.
was
Fuck.
announced that they're planning a Doctor Doom movie to reboot the reboot of the reboot.
Ugh.
So now this
Ugh.
is supposed to be
They should just make the movie Reboot.
Noah Hawley of Legion and Fargo fame is
Oh, that one
supposed
guy.
to be developing the film. So what does that mean exactly? I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
If you're, I guess visually, it's gonna be weird. Well, Fargo's a fucking weird thing, and so is Legion.
So is
They're
Legion.
both weird
Yeah,
as
they're
shit,
both weird.
So,
But it's also like,
so it's gonna be like Doctor Doom.
So like Doctor Strange, but
the
with
thing
Dr.
is
Doom.
like, look, don't give it the fucking Disney treatment. Like, not everybody needs to be an anti-hero. Like, stop. So
you-
fucking stop.
Do you think that's the route they're going with?
Oh,
it?
fuck yeah. Of,
Yeah,
of course they
Doctor
will.
Doom's your main character. You gotta
no,
make him presentable.
No, they absolutely will. He's gonna be some kind of
And
he's gonna
relatable.
be some kind of anti-hero.
Look, no, you show his rise to villaindom.
No.
And that way you can reboot
Nope.
your Fantastic Four
Won't
to
happen.
fight him.
Nope, won't happen. They're gonna totally pull a Maleficent
I'm
slash.
not
Oh,
saying,
absolutely.
I'm not saying that's what they will do. I'm saying that's what you should do.
Oh no! What you should do is give those fucking rights
yeah,
away
yeah.
to somebody else who knows how to actually make good movies.
Marvel.
It's a very fair
Excuse
point.
Yeah,
It's a very fair
but
point.
this whole thing of like, because now they're gonna do that. We talked about it on the last show, but Venom with Tom Hardy, they're doing this. Like, you can't sit there and tell me that this is not gonna be some fucking anti-hero thing where all of a sudden Venom's a hero we want to root for, and it's like, no, you can't have good heroes if every villain is a good hero. Somewhat like you just ruin everything, and then we don't have villains.
I mean, that's not really true though, is it? Like, because there's precedent. I mean, Venom was a hero at one point in his
But
arc.
the thing is, though, is that you are now, because you can't do your hero right, you're gonna just
Try to
make
the
you're gonna
villain,
make a
yeah.
hero out of your villain, and that's different than doing it with somebody like Loki, who Loki was a villain, 100% through and through, complete asshole. All the Avengers had to fight against him. He didn't become an anti-hero until there was a threat that was bigger than him that required his services, and even then you still don't really trust him. Like, he's still a bad guy. He's just somebody they need to use, and that is essentially your anti-hero.
And he's easy on the eyes, which is
Well,
Yeah.
why
I mean, and he's
And
fucking
he's
Tom
Tom
Hiddleston,
Hiddleston,
so that's
So
a
they'll-
big selling point.
they'll keep bringing him back as long as they'll have him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can call me a mewling quim anytime he wants
Yeah.
to.
and spit on the glass, I'm down. I'm totally down. But yeah, so this whole that's the stupidest announcement I think we've heard from pretty much any studio so far. Is
I want to know who in that hall was just going, yeah, all right.
there was just one guy. Like the whole room was silent, and he's just like,
and that guy was planted there by Fox.
I'd like to think of it like, well, guys, we gotta work this up into it. We gotta make it work. This last thing sucked. What was the one good thing from this movie? And someone in the corner was like, Dr. Doom. What was that? What? Johnson, you stand up. What did you just say? Dr. Doom.
Congratulations,
like
you're an
it.
executive.
What's funny is it wasn't even that. He was
No,
awful.
that's why Johnson said it like a question. Like,
and actually,
he wasn't sure. He didn't even see it.
And actually, in all 3 attempts of the Fantastic Four, Dr. Doom has been the least interesting character of the entire fucking franchise.
And sadly, he was the most interesting in the original ones. And also probably the best represented.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck this thing was in this last Fantastic. That was not Dr. Doom.
No, it absolutely was not. It's just one of those things where it's like, how about you guys just get your heroes right first before you try to fuck around and make us interested in a villain that doesn't have heroes we care about yet. Like, how does that... it's the dumbest announcement I think we've heard from not being at Comic-Con.
Well, here's the thing. It's like Doctor Doom is one of Marvel's super big baddies. Like he has crossed multiple arcs and multiple timelines. So I think Fox is just trying to cash in on that. And it's like this is like the only license they have left.
But that's the thing, is that they're not, because he's not going to be a big baddie. They're going to make a solo film where they're going to try to pull a hooker with a heart of gold, and we're all supposed to get behind him and root for fucking Doctor Doom. And it's like, no one wants to watch a Dark Side movie about him being a hero.
And here's the thing: if you're gonna try to get us on the side of Doctor Doom, really, what you should do is think outside the box, right? Take it to the small screen, okay? Make it a nighttime drama. Really sell the sex. All right. It's Doctor Doom.
Important.
It's Doctor Doom. He's a doctor.
Yeah.
He's a sexy doctor.
All right.
We just see a weekly medical drama.
Yeah. So we're going
I can't do this all by myself.
Yeah. Set in Latveria, right? And
I'm no Superman.
It's just Doctor Doom house.
Yeah.
It's just
super hot.
I'm down.
Yep.
I'm down.
Get Olivia Wilde in there.
Yeah. Doctor Doom, Grey's Anatomy. That's sold. Jesus.
Wasn't Taye Diggs on that show too?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No. Wow, that's so racist, you guys.
I don't know. Who was it if it wasn't Taye Diggs?
It was Omar Epps or whatever.
Omar Epps. Okay.
Yeah, they do kind of look alike, though.
In that they're both black?
No.
And bald? What the fuck?
Wasn't Michael Jordan on that show?
What?
Shaq, right? Shaq was the star.
Shaq. Yeah, some bald black guy. I don't
You're
know.
killing me, Smalls.
I have tons of black friends. Black people love me.
No, the blacks is how he called it.
Yeah, the blacks.
The blacks love me.
I got a lot of black voters.
Oh, my God.
And we all know now that the blacks is a family of white people.
Oh, shit. All that to say, fuck you, Fox.
Yeah.
Stop making movies.
Just stop making anything.
Yeah, just
news, movies.
stop.
Whoa. I mean, don't stop making Deadpools.
Yeah, no.
That's fine.
Let's be honest. Fox had very little to do with that movie.
Well, yeah, but they still
distribute it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just keep giving money to people that want to make Deadpool.
All right, well, let's move on to something maybe you guys are excited about.
Okay,
or maybe
maybe.
you don't give a shit about it. I don't know. So, Young Justice.
All right,
Yeah.
no, I'm excited.
That I know it's been announced for a while that it's coming back to streaming. But they announced that they have plans mapped out for both seasons 4 and 5 already.
Nice.
And they said it's going to be more adult to keep up with the characters as they grow older.
Nice.
So, and in a show that likes to time hop.
It really does.
Yeah, it does.
Season 2 started off so weirdly.
Yeah, I tried watching it when it was still on TV, and I can't. It was it was reruns, or it wasn't first run, and I was watching one episode, and then the next episode they were all old enough to be in the Justice League, and I was like,
Yeah.
what did I miss? It was still a great show,
Right.
but I was very confused.
Well,
at that
I mean,
point.
the
when did
Robin's
it-
changed over because it's
Yeah.
not Dick Grayson anymore. It's Tim Drake now.
When
as
did
Robin.
it go
Yeah.
over? When did it go off?
It's been off for a while.
It's been off for a while,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's one of those where fans were fucking outraged
Yeah.
when that went
Yeah.
south. And what was the deal on that? Wasn't it? It was something about toys. Like
Yes.
that's-
Oh, really?
Yeah.
yeah, because that's why cartoons. I don't know if you know this, Derek.
Oh,
Cartoons exist only to
School
sell
me.
action figures.
no. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
that and
for
then they
sure.
had to compete with Teen Titans, and it was just it
Yeah.
was weird because nobody could keep the timeline straight. And
Yeah. So are you?
Alright.
I mean, were you guys? Did you guys like the show? Or?
I loved season 2. Season 2 blew me away.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched enough episodes to really be, super psyched about it. But anytime a successful cartoon on its own can come back based on fan
I
clamoring,
mean,
I
it
think
has
it's good.
all the charm of the Justice League with all the drama of 90210
Sold.
wrapped up into one
That's pretty cool.
Sold.
little bundle. No, I mean it was,
no,
it was
and I
great.
have watched a few episodes for sure. But
You know, and like I love the almost taking from the comics the Superboy
Mhm.
story arc. That's like after the death of Superman. That whole angle.
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that.
I mean,
So
did they announce the roster? I thought I saw something about them announcing the roster.
they might have, but as you know, Danny, I was not at Comic-Con.
Wait, you weren't?
What?
What? So weird. How do you know this was announced?
I assume I imagine that they're probably bringing back a lot of the same people, especially the voice cast, because those guys have been. I mean, you can pretty much still find a panel for Young Justice at every convention,
Yeah,
even
for
though
sure.
the show hasn't been on the air for a while. So
Which it always bugs me. Like if they can do a panel, that means there's like there's an interest.
Mhm.
So why not bring this show back every other season?
well, I mean that's why it is
Yeah.
now like somebody somewhere for one of these streaming services was like, hey, you know what still has interest? Young Justice.
Yeah.
And Firefly, but nobody gives a fuck about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we do, but
Well, I mean, everybody
nobody
now-
who makes decisions
Every-
gives a fuck
Everybody
about
on
that.
that show has a career now.
That
except
and every
Joel
yeah,
Stein.
that and everybody
Yeah.
who worked on the show is like,
Yeah.
I've moved on.
Well, Nathan Fillion isn't doing shit anymore. Castle ended.
Yeah, but he's got the Con Man series.
That's
Yeah,
true.
no, he's-
him and Alan Tudyk.
I look, Nathan Fillion is still like a nerd god,
And
I don't think he's ever going to be hurting for work.
And isn't he still regularly on Modern Family?
Yeah, he is.
And he
Yeah.
does voice
Everything
work.
else, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I
He's
love
got
his
that,
Green Lantern.
what's that big project he's got coming out? Destiny 2. So
if Cade isn't like a main character in Destiny 2, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be pissed.
no, don't. You can't insult Nathan Fillion. People get very, very upset when you try to do that.
do they?
Yes, they do.
All right.
That guy has like.
Have you? You take it you've tried?
No, but see, I genuinely like him. But
It's in a public venue somewhere.
Nathan Fillion sucks. Shut your fucking mouth.
I do feel like he is heralded as a nerd god.
He is a
like
nerd god.
he's just got this insane cult following.
Nay, he is a man.
You sure?
You sure?
Yeah, the only god I know is The Rock. So,
And he's Hercules, so
Yeah,
we've already established
exactly, and that makes him only a demigod. So,
Don't forget, he's also Black Adam, guys.
mhm.
that. Oh God, yeah.
He's got the power of Shazam.
Well, yeah, but aren't
He
they
does.
doing something weird with that now?
Well, I think they're gonna make him kind of that character of Doctor Doom.
They're also still making a Shazam movie.
Yeah, and they're
but
gonna.
they're not
he's
sure
not gonna
that-
be in there.
Yeah, they're not sure
Yeah.
he's going to make an appearance because he has his own movie. So
Way to
Whatever.
go, DCEU, for fucking it up for everybody.
Whatever.
they just like guys, they like to do things backwards. All right?
Yeah.
They're reverse engineering the Marvel plan. So
Except they're not making it better.
No, not at all.
At least
Should
as
we?
good.
Should we?
Let's move on.
Yeah,
Should we
we'll
talk
move on.
about the Justice, or do you want to save that for?
Oh no, we'll wait.
Okay, all right. That's
We'll wait
down the
on that.
road.
That is. I mean, I know I said we finished strong. That's actually last on my list, so we'll flip that with Thor Ragnarok. If you're a fan of Psych,
Oh
That was
Suck
such
it.
a great teaser.
yeah, Psych the movie coming out. Now, it's not going to be a theatrical release, but it will be on USA. And honestly, like, I have most of the seasons of that show. I
Mhm.
love it. It's so silly, and that's one of those things where police procedurals can get pretty formulaic. And while
Procedural?
but while this follows that same procedure,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
they're zany enough
Yeah.
that it totally makes up for that. You know
I've
what I
I've
mean?
watched a few episodes. One of my good friends, she's like a diehard fan of.
She's a
Psyched.
psycho.
She's a psycho, 100%. And that's actually when we hang out. Like that's one of the only times I've ever watched Psych. But I mean, it made me laugh. It's a funny show. I've never taken the time to like sit down and watch full seasons, but from what I've watched, I've
I'm not
enjoyed.
sure if it's available for streaming anywhere, but I mean, if you're ever interested in seeing it, like I said, I own them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm excited about. It is one of those where it's a little bittersweet. It's kind of like when Firefly was canceled, and then like, but we got Serenity coming out, and then you're like, yay! But it's only a movie.
Yeah.
And this isn't even a theatrical movie. This is just a TV movie that's just going to reunite the characters. But I'm very excited for it. I don't really know that there's much else to say about that.
No, that's pretty much it.
That's all I got to say about that.
Other than I've heard it both ways. Anyway,
Wow.
so let's talk about how DC is trying to kill themselves. DC Warner Brothers, rather.
We're on that now.
So apparently, DC Warner Brothers is planning to replace Ben Affleck in their cinematic universe.
But
rather quickly from the sounds
with
of
Casey
it.
Affleck, right?
Yeah, for sure. But homeless Casey Affleck, not.
Well, it has to be.
But didn't Ben Affleck say that he's not off the project and that he's like excited to work with Matt Reeves and he'll play Batman as long as he can.
Yeah, it doesn't really have anything to do with how they feel like or how he feels.
So he's down, but DC is like, fuck you, Ben.
Yeah, and honestly, like anything you get off of the internet isn't necessarily true.
Well, yeah, obviously. But I remember for me when I heard it was DC, DC's trying to scrap it. Ben Affleck was like, no, that's not true. I'm down. But then
it's the Hollywood Reporter states that Warner Brothers plans to gracefully usher him out of the DC universe.
Gracefully usher.
With a planned trilogy of movies by director Matt Reeves. So he will start in those movies, and then the plan is to replace him through the course of those movies with a in-story reason, whether he retires or gets killed. Or
okay.
Whatever.
So
got it.
It might be like the Broken Bat thing where Robin had to take over as Batman. Okay.
But what's dumb about it is that it says that it cites that their major reason is that Affleck is old. Like that he's currently 45 and he's quickly approaching 50 by the time the Batman comes out in 2019. It's like, assholes, you chose him because you wanted an older Batman, and now he is that. And you're like, we really could go for something younger. Make up your fucking mind.
So fucking dumb. I can't deal with it.
And
it's
I never
so
when it was announced that Affleck was going to play Batman, I never thought I would find myself going, hey, you need to keep Ben Affleck around as Batman. Because he's one of the better parts of your fucking cinematic
honestly,
universe.
My complaint about that announcement of Ben Affleck becoming Batman is one of my greatest tweets to date. Like it is, I was so upset and I was so angry and it pissed me off. And then I watched the and I was like, oh, you know what? He's not bad. Yeah, go ahead and keep him. And now that they're trying to force him out, it's like, why would you do like you are so desperate to try to become this powerhouse in the way that Marvel has. And yet everything that you do is to take steps to not follow a very clear plan of how to be successful.
Well, I don't think they realize that nerds fear change.
It's not even
and
that,
if they
though.
keep changing everything up, nerds are going to be like, no, keep it away.
But it's not even that. It goes back to this announcement of like, hey, we're going to cast Ben Affleck. And then nerds lost their shit.
Yeah.
And then he actually ends up becoming a good Batman, and like you won. You won. Yeah. You did the thing you didn't think you could do, and you gave us a good Batman.
You proved the impossible.
And then immediately after that, you're like, yeah, he's too old. Fuck him. Like, why would you do that? It's not even about change. Like, you are literally just shitting on the one thing that you convinced us was gonna be good, and now, like, why would we even care who you're gonna put in it? Like, it's so dumb. It's such a stupid move. Yeah. I don't understand. And I thought Jeff Johns was going to be like the Kevin Feige of DC, and clearly he's not.
When in fact, he's really just the Jeff Johns of DC. And honestly, like, he may not have control over that. Like, what his position is there really is just quality control over the stories that are being told. I don't think he has any say over casting decisions.
And I just feel like he should. I feel like somebody like Kevin, he's got basically complete autonomy. Like I think he answers to Disney, and that's it. But Disney is like, yeah, until you fail at the box office, like, you can pretty much do whatever you want. And it's like,
yeah, but I mean, he doesn't dictate who stays in a movie. You know what I mean? When an actor's contract is up, Kevin can't just be like, well, you're sticking around for another 12 movies, whether you like it or not.
Of course not. Of course not. But I think
it's the same with DC Warner Brothers. Like, Jeff Johns, there's only so much he can do.
Yeah. But I think it comes down to a discrepancy of what the studio wants, what the people they hire want, and what the fans want. They're not all on the same page. Whereas, and look, I know I can hear it already. I can hear the fucking people sitting, listening, going, "You're a Marvel fanboy," and it's like, I get it, I understand, but if you just look at it from a straight business point of view, you have one guy where all the stories funnel to, all the decisions funnel to, and he creates contracts and creates storylines that across years of filmmaking, and then he employs the absolute best people to manage all of that, and it all funnels down from one person to all of this, and you create a universe.
Now, when you say he employs all the best people, do you mean like he has all the best?
He has all the best people. It's huge, is what it is.
Let me tell you, we sat down to talk about this movie. We had the most delicious chocolate cake. So moist. It was so moist.
I think it's going to be terrific.
Tremendous.
But yeah, it's, so you don't have this massive discrepancy between all of these parties, and everybody's just, I don't know. There's just a unity over there and it shows in their films. And as much as you can look, I don't like every Marvel film. There's Marvel films I genuinely don't like. I don't own. I've never watched since I watched them in theaters. Like, this is not just a straight DC thing, but if you just look at the behind the scenes, they are clearly not doing the right things.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
I agree. Absolutely. Danny, thoughts? How would you kill Batman off? I mean, sorry, what?
How would you ruin the only good superhero they have left?
I agree.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
But let's play devil's advocate. Let's not. Let's just pretend for a second that you are Warner Brothers. Like, you're a Warner brother. You're a Warner brother. I'm the Warner sister. Doc.
And you're Doc.
Yes.
Got it.
So you have made the decision that we're going to replace Ben Affleck. 2 questions for you guys.
I want
different answers.
Don't do this.
Okay.
Number 1, who is the hot young up and comer that's going to replace him? Okay, hold on. And before you say anything,
who plays 11 on Stranger Things?
It cannot be Jai Courtney because he's already in the DC universe. Just
that was going to be my first pick.
I knew it was.
So Will Smith is out.
So I had to throw it out. Yeah. So anyone who's already in there can't be used.
Shit.
Okay. So who do you cast and how do you replace him? Do you kill Batman? Do you retire him? What do you do?
You can't kill the Batman.
Pop quiz hot shot.
What do you do? Shit. No one. Just kill him.
So Batman dies of dysentery.
Batman dies of dysentery, and you've lost the Oregon Trail.
I don't know if I'd actually want him, but I think it might be interesting to see it play him, especially if he can do American accent, which I know he can't. But Kit Harington.
Really?
I think he has a physicality to him that he could bring to Batman.
Mopey Moperton?
Yeah.
Hello, Mopey Moperton. What is Batman?
Yeah, but he doesn't. No. Batman is brooding. He's not mopey.
Jon Snow can be brooding.
No, he can't.
Get the fuck out of here. I love Game of Thrones as much as the next person, but fuck you. That's a terrible pick.
You know nothing, Danny Anthony.
I do know some things.
I know that we
Winter
can't
is
go beyond
coming.
the wall. Winter is coming.
And the army of the dead must be stopped.
Yes. It's not bad. Not bad impersonations, guys. I'll be honest with you.
It's really easy.
I thought I was in the room with him right then.
It's really easy, actually.
You just have a deep British voice and
Deep
just
British kind of raspy.
Aside from all the smiles, I thought I was in the room with him.
He doesn't smile ever. Jon Snow does not smile. And I am
Neither does Batman. God damn it! You see where I'm going here?
No, I'm gonna say that's a terrible fucking pick. I'm trying to think of who's like a young up and comer that would
I know who I go with.
Daniel Radcliffe.
I know who
Next.
I go with.
Who would you go with?
Stephen Amell. Because
Just a big middle finger to the CW.
Because he's basically already playing Batman
You know
on
what?
Arrow.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
And he's
I don't
got
hate
great
it.
fucking abs.
Yep.
I know if Sam Ridley were here, he'd be like Diggle.
A black Batman?
Hey, why not?
Look, they could bring Diggle along as Robin. Which is basically what he is on that show. Anyway,
Black Batman.
Yeah,
that was good.
But
Way to be on the money on that
Robin,
one.
Robin does stuff. So, Stephen Amell's a good choice.
Why not his younger brother? No, never mind. Never mind. I just thought about
Robbie Amell? No.
Yeah.
It's hard because I feel like so many of the people who would be good have already been cast in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but that
you can't use any
However,
of them.
I would like
can.
to see
Can you?
Tom Holland as Robin.
you can. Yeah,
I would think he'd be a good Robin, like a
He'd
good Tim
be,
Drake.
he'd be a great Robin, actually.
yeah, if you were you Tim Drake, okay. No.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna like young Dick Grayson, shorty shorts,
No.
hot pants.
No, Tim
Yeah,
Drake.
he'd be solid.
He would.
Yeah, he'd be great.
He'd rock it
actually. I mean, it's.
But anyway, I was gonna
I
say,
don't know.
look, and I know that when I make this comparison right now, you're gonna be like, "That's not the same thing," but it is a different studio. So what I'm saying here is that you had Michael B. Jordan, who was in that train wreck. What was it called? The Subpar 4, whatever. And
The
he-
4 people in it.
But he is now in Black Panther.
So
it is possible for actors to.
I mean,
to
I
do
guess
that.
you're right.
I mean, Chris Evans is a good example
yeah.
of that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Look,
And now, and admitted, none of that was a DC Warner Brothers Marvel. They were all
Yeah.
Fox,
Yeah.
Sony to Marvel kind of thing. But no, it was just Fox. Straight
Well, I
Fox.
think
maybe I just.
but
Ryan Reynolds is the only person that's kind of gone from DC to Marvel.
Yeah, but even then, it's still Fox.
It's still Fox,
Still
though, yeah.
Fox. But it is possible. So
Yeah.
if there's someone you have in mind from the Marvel universe, just go with it. Remember, you're the Warner Brothers. I don't know why. Remember, you're a melon. I don't know why I was fucking going that route right then.
All right. Well, look, if I'm a Warner Brother, clearly I'm going with Channing Tatum. That is, it's clear.
Why?
As
that-
Batman?
Yeah, for
A
sure.
dancing Batman?
Yeah.
My pony.
I don't say this often. Actually, I do say it quite a bit. You're wrong.
You're unfucking believable.
You're wrong.
I honestly, to be perfectly honest, I hate most of the young actors that are up and coming.
Seriously.
And so it's really hard for me to be like, hey, who would you cast as your favorite superhero
Fuck it.
ever?
Drake
from,
Bell.
From this pool of people. And I'm like, fucking none of them.
None of them.
None of them at all. Just don't make the movie then.
Well, I mean, maybe it doesn't have to be. It just has to be someone younger than Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Scott Conn.
I don't think he's younger than Ben Affleck.
I would cast him as Wolverine.
Oh, for
Really?
sure.
Scott
Because he's
Conn?
kind of demonstrated that.
Yeah.
He's a little short. He's got that build to him.
Yeah,
Like,
he looks good in the leather jacket.
fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Somebody make that happen.
Book him, Dano.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck DC.
All right, so you don't know who Channing Tatum. All right, they can't even cast him as Gambit, which is what he wants to do.
Yeah.
So so how do you get rid of Batman? What transition? Does he retire? Does he get killed?
I think you have to break him. You do the Broken Bat storyline, like in
So we're
Dark Knight
So
Rises.
you're bringing
yeah.
Bane back?
Yeah, but done right.
Bane.
No, you do Bane. Where he has a South American accent.
I am Tosesi.
Oh, you'd think reboots are your ally.
Can we do like a combination of sexy and Tom Hardy?
I am Bane.
I am Bane.
Wow.
Like a helium John Leguizamo.
It just sounds like Antonio Banderas doing Bane.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Hello,
which is fine.
I return to you, Batman.
Which is fine.
changed
I'm
Bane.
I'm totally okay with this. I'm totally okay with Antonio Banderas becoming Bane.
I'd actually buy that. I'd like that actually.
Hello, I am Bane.
Or let's just
I
get.
am looking for a man who calls himself Batman.
Why don't we just get Mandy Patinkin as Inigo Montoya to do Bane? Hello, my name is Bane. You killed my father.
Prepare to die.
Prepare to have your back.
Batman's
back
like,
broken.
wait, did I?
I might have done that. Did I do that?
I didn't.
Alfred?
I mean, it's documented that I don't kill people, but I've been doing it a lot lately.
Alfred, he said I killed his father. Is it true? Research this.
His
before
name
he
was
breaks
Thomas. Huh? Why'd you say that name?
Why did you say that name? Wow, we are
so off track.
We
Can
are
we just
making
move
the
on?
worst Batman movie of all time.
Just something we don't
No,
usually do.
Danny, this is called stretching a topic. So
I feel like there's enough covered. We don't have to spend this much time.
no, we got an hour left. So
ruining what's already been ruined.
nope.
We're just throwing gas on the fire, man.
Jesus,
That's what we do here. We take things, we make them better, and oftentimes worse. So
God,
I kill him. I say kill him.
you say kill him?
I say shoot him in the fucking mouth.
Honestly, kill him. Maybe if we kill him, they'll stop making shitty movies.
I say the
No, that won't ever happen.
I say the real Joker shows up. None of this bullshit. None of this Jared Leto
This
bullshit.
Wario shit.
Like, yeah, Jared Leto pops out and then the real Joker rips through him and then shoots Batman in the fucking mouth.
I like what you're doing. I like where your head's at.
I mean, it's not a lot of kids are gonna be able to see this movie, but I love it.
It's violent. It's over the top. I dig
This
it.
is Batman. Was the Killing Joke. This is what this is.
Yeah, but worse.
But
Yeah, like way worse.
But like way worse. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's do this. Let's take our next commercial break, and when we come back, we'll go ahead and we'll move on, guys. How about that? You wanna do that?
Yay.
Yeah. So we haven't talked about the Thor Ragnarok trailer, the Justice League trailer,
The Defenders trailer.
that was a thing. I didn't.
That was a thing.
I didn't catch that one. So
The Stranger Things trailer, the Westworld trailer.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
It's too many trailers.
We got a lot to unpack, guys.
Yeah.
We do. So yeah, if you're viewing via Twitch, you're gonna lose audio for a few minutes, and if you're listening anywhere else, feel free to join the conversation. Give us a call 909-360-8330 or messages on Facebook, facebook.com/jackofallnerds. We will be right back.
riddle me this. What pleases your ears while splitting your sides? It's the Jack of All Nerds show on Chaotic Radio.
You'll never catch me alive, Batman.
It's Kitens for you, see? Kitens. Welcome back to the Jack of All Nerds on Chaotic Radio. Before the break, we were talking about killing Batman.
Because he needs to die.
No, it's just because Warner Brothers is doing it on their own. So.
Yeah, we were just helping him.
Yeah.
It's helping him along.
Moving him along. All right.
Next up,
the Etowanda Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
what do you guys want to talk about?
What's on the agenda?
I want to save. We got like 45 minutes of show left. I want to save Thor Ragnarok for the end.
Okay.
Because I want to go out with a raging boner.
Yeah, I like it.
Hulk raging fire.
A nerd boner, or as it's known in the industry, a knoner.
Ooh.
I
don't think it's known as that.
If it's not, it fucking should be.
Anyway.
I'm using that forever now.
A knoner.
We have
forever
You've
now.
given me such a knoner. It's poking through my
every new
shorts.
trailer that touches me in the loins. A knoner.
Hashtag knoner.
Hashtag knoner. I love it.
If you don't know what it is, fucking Google it.
Yep, a knoner. I love it.
Although the spelling, everyone's going to think you're writing nunner, which is
No,
not
so
a
here's
thing.
how you do it. You capitalize the N-O.
Lowercase
No
ner.
ner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Knoner.
Still, they're like.
Then that's
why?
like a non-boner.
No, look, if you're not in and you're not if you're not in and you're not
a
down,
non-boner. Is
a non-boner.
Some might argue it would be a nerner, but that just doesn't sound as cool. So,
a knoner sounds way better.
Yeah. A neener?
Ner.
Wow.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
It just doesn't work.
It has to be knoner
Yes.
or
Yeah.
nothing at all. All right. So, we could talk about the Justice League trailer if you guys want, because that.
Let's talk about that one because I got some shit to say.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever.
All right. They fuck you in the Justice League.
He needs to come back to movies. You motherfucker, you!
How was it bad? Tell me, how is the Justice League bad?
So I saw this trailer like 2 days ago. I think it was the best trailer so far, but that's not saying much because the movie's a pile of shit. So, I think Joss Whedon's input has been clearly noticed in this trailer. Perhaps.
Really? You think he had anything to do with that?
Yeah, I don't
maybe
think
he
so.
had something to do with
Because I'm
it.
pretty sure whoever cuts a trailer together has nothing to do with
Well, look at it this
any
way.
other part of the film.
You get a lot more of like the
It's all marketing.
the Whedonverse kind of dialogue in this trailer. You get a lot of there's no like butt metal or butt rock in the trailer at all. It's more of traditional orchestral
He
scores.
said butt metal.
I did say butt metal. Bottom.
With the knoner.
So I don't know. I think Joss Whedon did have something to do with this trailer.
Okay.
I'm gonna disagree with you there, buddy. This honestly, it felt pretty much the same as the first one, just with different thing. Like I know Mike will agree with me on this one, but my biggest complaint, my biggest complaint about this trailer is just how terrible the CGI looks. Like it.
Yeah.
This is this is your fucking Avengers of your DC universe, and how the fuck does Cyborg look worse than he does in Injustice 2? Like he looks awful.
And we're gonna draw a parallel right now, even though we're not talking about Thor Ragnarok. We're gonna slightly talk about Thor Ragnarok because you and I had this conversation already.
Right.
Is that take the Thor trailer, okay? Hulk as an example, who is an entirely mocap character.
Right.
Okay. Looks super fucking realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. You take Cyborg, who doesn't even need to be mocap. That could be a dude with just bits of where you need to see, like, you know, part of a motion capture that you need to put those on, and he looks completely CGI.
Yeah.
He looks Neo in the Matrix Rethroated CGI, he looks shit in
it
that
looks
trailer.
so
It does look like
fucking bad, and it's like, why would you do that?
Well,
why would you do that?
Again,
Like,
it's like he's cyborg. He's half robot, half man. This is like 98% robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is, and it's so bad that it's off-putting. That it
is.
makes me not enjoy anything that could possibly be enjoyed in the rest of the trailer.
And that brings it to, like, why did they feel Cyborg was necessary as a founding member of the Justice League?
But but that doesn't even bother me because
was it New 52? Is that why?
Yeah,
it's because the New
52 and Flashpoint as well.
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar with the comic books, when DC Comics rebooted their entire universe, they did the New 52. Cyborg was a founding member of the Justice League, replacing Martian Manhunter. So
So it honestly, the CGI and the special effects, just they bother me so much that it's impossible for me to get excited about this trailer and about the movie in general. On the flip side, this new trailer turns up the Wonder Woman, and honestly, I watched it and I was like, well, just fucking call it Wonder Woman 2, the Justice League, and just make Wonder Woman 2 already, and I'm down. Like,
well, that's another bit of
infinitely
news.
better
They
than whatever it is they're going to do.
They officially announced Wonder Woman 2 at Comic-Con.
Yeah, they did.
Well, and actually, you said it looks like Wonder Woman. I honestly thought it looked like Point Break starring Aquaman. there were
so many moments.
Yeah, there was a lot of him
God.
like woo! Falling and like landing on shit, and you're woo! You're like, what the fuck?
His fucking beer drinking, fucking NASCAR watching Aquaman is annoying as fuck. Honestly, dude, just make him your normal, effeminate.
You want to go tell Jason Momoa to play it effeminate?
Ambiguously gay. I can talk to fish, Aquaman.
Come on down to Atlantis.
Oh, ain't that an Atlanta peach?
That's what he fucking sounds like.
We got seahorse racing all day, y'all.
They're making a left turn.
Loser be swimming with the sharks. God damn it. I hate it. I honestly hate it. And it actually makes me sad because I really wanted Jason Momoa to be good in this role. And
what's so weird is that like when we see Aquaman like normal, we're like,
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, guy. And then now they've made him, I mean, more butch, I guess. But you're still like, no, he's like white trash now.
Yeah, like don't overcompensate for whatever it is. Like it's fine.
Right. You wanted the Jason Momoa package, but without the whatever's fucking going on, like with his mouth and stuff, like whatever how he's talking.
Yeah, the constant yeah. Like, I can't.
That is the thing that threw me off.
It is fucking jarring. It is jarring when you watch it in this trailer.
That is not Arthur Curry. That is Colonel Sanders.
It's just, I mean, it's just so. I don't understand what they're doing with that character, especially because like the first time we see him, he basically shows up in like his underwater homeless shelter, and now like it's just, I don't understand why he's fuck this movie. I hate this movie already. I'm sorry.
I think what they wanted was Khal Drogo playing Aquaman, but then when they got it and they were like, oh no, we need to bro the hell out of this.
God, yeah, it just I'm amazed he doesn't drive a lifted truck underwater.
No, it wouldn't even be a lifted truck. It'd be a fucking monster truck.
God, it's so annoying.
So Aquaman's a hillbilly. Cyborg looks like shitty CGI. What are your thoughts on the Flash?
It's honestly, to me, the Flash seems like he's like the youngest member, and he's got to like prove himself, and he like, I don't do battle. I just kind of run fast and push people.
You know what?
He was actually my least most liked. I'm trying to figure out the right
least hated.
Like, I'm trying to figure out the right emotion
least
here.
Hated is probably right.
He's the least obnoustic part of the trailer.
Yeah.
And
he was. They kept him very muted in that trailer.
I will actually say that I wasn't sure about the casting because Ezra Miller He's always very kind of oddball and weird, and I wasn't sure if he was going to do well. And in most of the things that I've seen, I was like, yeah, okay. And in this trailer in particular, I was like, oh, he is actually doing pretty well. Like, I don't, all his interactions and like, yeah, I get it. Zack Snyder doesn't understand how jokes work, but at least Ezra is doing the best that he possibly can in trying to give it like some life and some heart. And it's
actually like those two, he had the two moments where I didn't laugh at anything, but where I was like, all right, that's funny, was the line about we're going into combat. I just run fast and push people, and then the other right at the end.
Oh yeah,
where it turns around and like they're all gone.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
and I thought that was good, and I like
and then he
his,
just disappears.
I like the playful kind of Barry Allen of like, you know, that, like you said,
where should be.
Yeah, and I enjoy that, and I think that might be one of the things that actually works in this film. And then again, like we already kind of mentioned, I think Wonder Woman, just fucking make her the main character of this movie.
Okay, well, that brings me to, like, we talked about everybody that we've seen when we've spent an hour on Batman in the last segment, but the people that we haven't seen yet, they've recently changed it, but the original tagline for this movie was Unite the Seven. Counting Superman, if Superman's going to make an appearance in this movie, which he's probably going to be a third act reveal.
Sure looks that way.
That's 6. So
I think the Green Lantern actually shows up.
You think he shows up? I think he does too.
Well,
and they were kind of teasing that in this
if
trailer.
it doesn't with the villain who's like no lanterns,
yes,
no Kryptonians.
Yes.
All right, there's probably gonna have a lantern show up.
I think that's gonna be the big reveal. It's not the big reveal. Isn't even gonna be that Superman is still alive. It's gonna be that
Green Lantern is coming in.
The Green Lantern comes in.
According to Sam Ridley, the big reveal is that
Diggle is going to be playing Jon Stewart.
Yeah, that who Commissioner Gordon is talking to at the end of the
or
trailer.
Alfred is talking to.
Is Diggle.
Is Diggle.
Alfred. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know.
But there was
everybody's
kind of
got to have a dream.
Well, there was kind of like a teaser that like Alfred says like it might be too late, but you can bring hope. And the whole Superman, Man of Steel hope
thing.
thing.
It's most likely going to be
it's almost 100%
Superman.
Superman. The whole like, they said you'd come, and
he said you'd come.
He said you'd come. I just hope you're not too late. Like, look, everybody knows Superman's not dead. Like,
yeah, we've seen production stills.
I see what I think is actually Vicky Vale. Just got herself into the Batcave.
We just need Alfred to like yell Martha over the radio, and then Batman will snap to it and just kick all sorts of ass.
So let me ask you this: from everything that you've seen in these trailers, what would you change aside from everything? But like, how would you make the Justice League better? Just given what you've seen.
First and foremost, I would remove a large percentage of CGI that's unnecessary. I feel like there should be way more live action elements to the film, and I know we're in a day and age where CGI is just the thing, but
it's not.
But like it's even in the Marvel movies, there's still and Star Wars proved that you can do this to still have practical effects and people in fucking costumes,
like a shit ton of practical effects,
and you can still do that here. So I don't. Yeah, that would be, for me, one of the main things. And then the other thing would be to not make a Justice League movie.
just period. Okay. Yeah,
no, it would be to do them in the right fucking order.
Right.
You already, Dawn of Justice is already done. It's out there. Can't take it back, right? So then go from that point and introduce, and I understand you don't have faith in your characters. And by your characters, I mean DC's characters. You don't have faith in those characters, Warner Brothers. I get it. But that's where you need to go.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman proved, number one, that a character you guys didn't have faith in could make a fuck ton of money for you guys.
Yeah.
And it's a great movie.
Right.
So, like, just do what you did there with The Flash and with Cyborg.
Yeah.
And with
Cyborg.
Aquaman. Maybe not.
Maybe not Aquaman. Maybe.
No, I think if Jason Momoa had his own movie, which he's getting his own movie.
He is, but they're all getting their own movies, but they're all after the Justice League.
Right.
And you're doing that so backwards.
Yeah.
That, whatever. But if you're going to go that route, I really think you just need to make sure your movie looks good. Like, look at your trailer and then look at the Thor trailer and think to yourself, what's different here?
Oh,
why is this one so much better?
No, I absolutely agree with you. I think one of the biggest things, because look, they're not going to change their format. Their format is set in stone for the most part. Like they've already ruined like the proper method of how to do it, and we're getting a Justice League movie. Like, there's no, before we get the components, they're just going to give you the finished build without instructions on how it was made. But I completely agree that they need to just fucking lighten up on the CGI. And your Thor comparison is a great thing. I know we're saving that to the end, but like you watch the Thor trailer, both of them, and this is a trailer that is based on fucking other worlds in other dimensions. That's space, and like you don't get the feeling that you're like, oh yeah, they're clearly all on a green screen. Like it feels like a real world because they combine they combine CGI with practical effects and put them together so that they're matched evenly. And this trailer, both of these Justice League trailers, they feel like Attack of the Clones. They feel like fucking Revenge of the Sith, where you just, they're not acting against anything. Like there's nothing around them. There's no set. They're just acting on a green screen. And that is like, there's no good movie that works that way. Like, so yeah, I think that's probably the biggest thing that you can do is just have a better balance, man. Like,
and what's funny is like some people could make the argument. It was like, well, yeah, but Marvel's backed by Disney and they have more money than the entire planet combined. but let me just put this out there for you. They have a little TV show called Once Upon a Time that's also backed by Disney and has the shittiest CG I've ever seen. Like everything's on a green screen.
Worst.
Everything looks fucking god awful on that show.
Yeah.
So it's not just that.
Yeah.
It's not just Disney's involvement. Like they get people who know what they're doing and they make it look good.
Right.
Whereas, and I'm not saying that the people who are working on these films don't know what they're doing, but somebody from quality control needs to be involved.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how anybody watches the trailer, like anyone working on this film, watches the trailer and then watches what Marvel trailers look like and is like, fuck yeah, we're going to kill it with this.
But then it's like you watch a movie like Wonder Woman that does exactly that. They do a great blend of practical effects with practical sets mixed with CGI, and it looks fucking great. So don't give me that bullshit. We know that you can do it. Yep. Like, you just didn't for your fucking flagship film. Like, this is supposed to be the culmination of everything that you represent in the superhero world. And you green screened it? Like, why? Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that you can change.
It's just they're rushing. Again,
100%.
They're playing catch up.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's just going to keep hurting them. Yeah. And
nobody's thinking long term. They're thinking, and that's the thing. If you just thought of, you're like, look, Marvel's had success in this way, doing it this way. What if everybody would be like, oh, well, you're copying Marvel, and they would get hate that way. But as long as the end product is good, nobody would complain. Yeah. Everybody would be like, I love this movie. Yeah, let's see more.
If you took the time to make every movie like Wonder Woman, I'd be fucking on board with everything you gave to me. And Wonder Woman is a prime example of you let good people direct it. You perfectly cast it. You know what I mean? Like, you stepped back and you just said, hey, it's a Wonder Woman movie. You know what? Let's get a female director. And she fucking knocked it out of the park. Like, they almost kind of Deadpooled it, where they were like, all right, well, we don't think this is going to be good, so here's $50 million. See what you can do. And then $900 million later, they're like, oh, all right, cool. Maybe we should just do this with everybody. But they don't do that.
Honestly, maybe that's what needs to happen, though, is maybe Warner Brothers needs to fucking...
Yeah, and I think they absolutely do.
Because that is one of the big differences between Marvel Studios and DC. It is, and we've said this multiple times before. It's Warner Brothers' involvements that's fucking these films up. Right. You know, and I know we thought Jeff Johns was going to fix everything, but again, I just don't think he has.
And I don't think he has
that kind of power.
I don't think they've given him the same powers that Kevin Feige has. Yeah. Where Kevin Feige really does have extreme autonomy over what happens, and the reason he has that is because he's proven that his method is successful. Mm-hmm. So, look, Disney, first and foremost, is a business. So if every film that you've released in the last 10 years crosses the $900 million mark and you make a nasty profit on every single, do whatever the fuck you want until it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they got to get their shit together.
All right, well, let's take our final commercial break, and when we come back,
we're gonna have to power through some of this shit.
Yeah, well, I know you guys mentioned a bunch of other trailers that dropped. I think we'll just have to speed through those. You guys give a quick thought on them, and then we'll get to the. And honestly, like, I know we all kind of saw the Avengers trailer from an angle. So we can briefly touch on that, but I want to finish with Thor Ragnarok because that is the piece de resistance.
Leave on the high note. I got it.
So, yes, if you are viewing on Twitch right now, you're going to lose audio for a few minutes while we're at commercial break, but we will be here. If you talk to us in the chat, we'll chat back. And if you're listening on chaoticradio.com, feel free to give us a call, 909-360-8330, or messages on Facebook, facebook.com/jackofallnerds. We will be right back.
Hey, bub. You're listening to the Jack of All Nerds on Chaotic Radio. Don't go anywhere, or else.
Welcome back to the Jack of All Nerds on Chaotic Radio. Tonight, it is our Not at Comic-Con live coverage 2017. Before the break, we were breaking down tearing down, really, the Justice League trailer.
I think our show has come to this conclusion that we will always hate on DC movies.
No,
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true at all.
Look,
We
98% of the time.
Look, and it's not us, it's them.
Yeah.
Because when
Not you, it's
the
me.
first Wonder Woman trailer we saw, we were like, yes,
Yeah.
let's do this. It looks good. And then the movie was good, and we have been like, yes, let's do that again.
Yeah.
It's
And they
just-
keep not. Like, they're not doing that.
Now look, maybe
so.
once. The problem is, I think the problem here is Zack Snyder, and
I'm going to agree.
and he was already
Yeah.
involved in Justice League before Wonder Woman came out. So there's not much you can do there.
Yeah.
If they start handing it off to other people after that, maybe we'll start going in a different direction.
Yeah.
But
I do think the problem is Zack Snyder. I'm going to stand by that.
so real quickly, you guys had some other so we're gonna finish out the show tonight by talking about the Thor Ragnarok trailer. But you guys had some other trailers that debuted that you want to just touch on.
Yeah,
real
Danny,
quick.
which one do you want to go with?
I'll do Westworld if you want to do Stranger Things.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll do Stranger Things. So an actual trailer for Stranger Things 2, season 2 came out, and it is a fucking phenomenal trailer. Like, even if you're not into the show, this is how trailers are supposed to be made. And I say that especially in the vein of every single trailer has to use 80s music or like old music, and it gets really annoying. Like, even the Thor trailer and the fucking Ready Player One and all of them, they all do
We
it.
didn't even talk about Ready Player One.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
but this one does it so perfectly. Like, they pick the absolute perfect song to represent what the season is going to be about. So they do this like they start off with the Vincent Price monologue from Thriller as the trailer is going on, and then they go into like this retro funk version of Thriller as the Vincent Price thing. It's fucking amazing. Like, the music itself is just good enough to where you're like, that's a good trailer. Like, you don't even have to know the show. But this is one of those shows that crept up on me. I had no idea how good it was going to be, and I ended up binge watching the entire thing. I know one of the things I really like about Stranger Things and the people involved in it is they are so acutely aware of the pressures of making a second season of a show that had like this breakout, you can't compete kind of breakout, season. And they are so acutely aware of that they've already said, yeah, you're probably going to be disappointed. And to me, that says, oh, you guys are actually going to make a good season, because they recognize that, like, we're never going to meet your expectations for what we did out here. This was new. Nobody had seen it before. So we get it. You've got this high expectations. We just want to tell a good story. So we get it if you're going to be disappointed, but this is the direction that we want to go. And their just awareness of that and just addressing it, I think, is awesome. And then from everything that I saw in this trailer, Danny, I don't know how you felt, but everything I saw in this trailer, I can't fucking wait.
Well, anytime I can see, most of the characters standing in a circle with guns, I'm gonna get a little excited at that. And the fact that Will keeps dipping in and out of the upside down and seeing giant tentacle monsters. And
Can I ask you this?
Yes.
Did you get a noner?
Dude, my noner was so huge, I called it a demigorgon.
I did. I'm mine too. I absolutely got a noner. 100%.
I had a demi noner.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Westworld. Holy shit.
Ooh, child. We didn't even see anything.
So
from
the
this
way
season.
last
So good.
season ended, we had spoilers. We had all of the androids in the park essentially gaining sentience.
Whoa, bro. Now, fuck.
I said spoiler.
Now I can't even watch the show. Thanks. It's fine. I refuse to pay HBO for their services.
All right,
so
whatever, man.
It's worth it.
You can have my.
It's
you
a
can
great
borrow
fucking
my account.
show. Yeah, just give you my logins.
I'll just wait till it's on Blu-ray and
Yeah.
ignore it then.
I honestly, I'll give him my log. I think you dig Westworld.
Yeah, you would dig Westworld. And so they essentially start going on a murder spree and killing all the regular humans in the park.
Because that's what happens when you gain
Yeah,
sentience.
That's what
100%.
happens.
It is the Jurassic Park of androids.
It seriously is.
It's the most human thing you
Yeah.
can do with yourself.
We've talked about this before, but I don't think Michael Crichton can write any other story
Than a
other
theme park
than
going bad.
other than humans create something that shouldn't have been created,
Which
and then they turn on humans.
really makes you wonder what happened to him at a theme park when he was a child.
Right?
Goofy fondled him.
It's always
Yeah.
a theme park. It's always something that shouldn't be there. Everything he's ever done is the same story.
What I
but
think is he was at Knott's Berry Farm, right? He was on Kingdom of the Dinosaurs, and he got diddled by one of their Old West employees. That's what I think happened. It explains.
That
a lot.
explains everything.
no,
yeah.
he does. He was like, "Fuck dinosaurs and fuck the West."
Never going to Knott's again, but
Never
they
going to
make
Knott's
some
again.
good jelly.
But yeah, so and this trailer does a great
Yeah.
job in
Picking
not-
up exactly where it
Yeah,
left
it picks
off.
up exactly where it left off. It doesn't show you much about the story. It just basically tells you like
It shows you some of the characters that didn't die
Yeah.
in that murder spree, like Ed Harris's
Oh, so
character.
they're going to ruin that for me as well?
the,
Thanks.
the man in black
The Man in Black.
gets what he wants.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's I'm
Dolores
pretty,
is back and badass as ever.
yeah, I'm
Um,
fucking
Jeffrey Wright's character is back.
Dolores. It's so Dolores.
Evan Rachel Wood.
it's not actually. And I don't even like Evan Rachel Wood, and I fucking love her in this
Yeah.
series. She has never been one of my favorites, and she is so good in the series. And now that she's like completely sentient and like kind of a villain now, I am so on board.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Like, is she going to be villain? Is she just going to be kind of like
Yeah, I mean,
not
I
the
don't know,
victim
because
anymore?
the one of my favorite parts of the trailer is watching her
On horseback.
She's riding this horse with a shotgun, just fucking unloading and almost smiling as she's killing people, and I'm like, dude, I am sold. Sign me up.
So yeah, it's very exciting to see where it's going to go. And I mean, in the last episode of last season, they teased kind of this samurai world.
Eastworld?
You son of a
You
bitch.
son of a bitch.
You son
You
of a
racist
bitch.
motherfucker. No, it's actually called Samurai World.
God damn it.
That's not more
Just saying,
racist.
mine's better.
I don't know that they're gonna. I think they said they're not gonna explore those other parts of the park
Just yet?
in this season.
Yeah.
But I think if this season does do well, we will get to see like because they're the actual source material. It has like
3 different parts.
There's like a Middle Earth type, like a
Fantasy
Middle
world
Ages world that you can go to. There's the samurai
medieval
world that
world.
you can go to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited for where this is gonna
Oh,
go.
so you're fine with calling that medieval world, but we can't call where the samurai come from East World?
Nope.
They come from the fucking East, guys.
And then they also have what's the other one? Water World.
Which is just Kevin
just
Costner
Kevin
on a
Costner?
boat.
It's just an animatronic Kevin Costner. Like the Hall of Presidents.
It's not that people don't attend that one very much.
Yeah, it's just a world that they spent a lot of money making that nobody goes
Just
to
it's
see.
the ride's just way too long.
Yeah.
But
okay.
anyways,
Yeah,
I think
Westworld.
we're both pretty
Yeah.
excited about it.
All right. Any other things you wanted to touch on real quick?
I think it was the Defenders.
Defenders.
Did you watch the new
I
one?
did not. I didn't know there was a trailer
it's
for it.
fucking good, man. That's a good trailer. Way better than the teaser.
It made Iron Fist look, actually watchable. I kind of stretched a little.
He's still.
I'm mostly going to see this for Luke Cage and Daredevil.
I'm going to see it because I love everybody except the Iron Fist, and that includes like Colleen and Rosario Dawson. Pretty much everybody that's involved except Danny Rand. I'm signed up for. But honestly, this trailer, it looks like they are set to do a really good job in telling a great story of why they all have to come together, what they're fighting against. It demonstrates how all their powers work together. It's a great trailer.
Do they summon Captain Defender?
They do.
They do.
It's pretty
They do with
sweet.
their powers combined. Yeah, it's good. You asshole. You know what's crazy is that shit comes out in less than a month.
Yeah.
August 18th is when the Defenders launches. That is, thought it was way farther down the line.
Oh, and that's another thing we didn't talk. Golden Circle, the Kingsman trailer that dropped.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
There's another new trailer. for
Yeah,
it? 'Cause
that's actually a little bit more. It's not a teaser; it's an actual
It's a
trailer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kingsman, and then the Avengers. That was one of them, and that was it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, in the Defenders, if you didn't watch the Stan Lee narrated trailer, the Punisher
Oh yeah.
might actually be in the Defenders, which is fucking sign
I mean,
me up.
it wouldn't surprise me if he makes a cameo because he has the solo series
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
out. So you want to
Plug that.
Yeah, it's very much. It seems like oh guys, we can't win, and then fucking
Frank Castle.
Yeah, Frank Castle shows
puts
up and saves the
350
day.
caliber rounds in the bad guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I'm fucking on board with.
All right,
So.
let's get to
look-
the icing on this cake.
Real quickly before you do that, just because you said Punisher, that made me think Tom Jane, and I just recently watched Deep Blue Sea again. If I were going back to what would you do differently about the Justice League? Tom Jane would be Aquaman. That fucking guy.
I would watch that movie.
I would totally watch it.
If you get
Down.
like a Deep Blue Sea era Tom
Yeah,
Jane.
you will see watching him in Deep Blue Sea with the blonde hair
Yeah.
and swimming with the sharks. You're like,
Like,
there's your
that's
fucking
Aquaman. That's
Aquaman
Aquaman.
right there.
Yep.
So anyway,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, moving on.
All right.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
We're
What
doing
else? So
Thor,
we did Westworld. We did
Right. Well,
Defenders,
let's
we
just
did-
leading into Thor. We'll touch on the Avengers that we all saw
Okay.
sideways. So there was.
saw
look,
half of.
This is one of those things where Disney did not release this one after it premiered.
Yeah.
So we got
and they have been very quick
Yeah.
to take down all the footage.
extremely vigilant.
Yes.
About taking that down, but we'd have. I think we've all seen it.
Mm-hmm.
The weird sideways camera
Yeah.
fucking shot of it, where you can't really hear it that well, you can't see it that well.
Yeah.
You hear everyone having joygasms over it.
Yeah, it's pretty much if you want to watch a room full of people have noners, and that's pretty much what you're watching, and you basically come away from it going, yeah, it must be good because everybody fucking loves it.
Looked like a lot of Thanos in there.
Thank
Yeah.
God, it's about time.
Yeah, it's from what you can see, and you can go online and like you can read the description, and the trailer basically follows that. So if you can't find the leaked version, or the leaked version just pisses you off, if you go to any of the valid websites like Comic Book or Screen Rant or whatever, they have an Avengers Infinity War description, and it's pretty spot on from what you can see. So
I read the description of it
Yeah.
before I saw it.
yeah, and it
so-
actually makes that awkward trailer a little. It makes it make more sense because you've kind of already done the read through. But
And if nothing else, even though we really couldn't make much out,
yeah, it's
yes.
Spider armor.
Let's-
That's all I'm gonna
fucking-
say. Spider armor.
Let's do this already.
guys, fucking 10 years in the making. Are you fucking kidding me?
We still gotta wait.
We still
God,
gotta wait.
uh,
One more year, right?
Yep.
I
Fuck.
can't even believe
Yeah.
it.
There's There's another movie in between. I think is it
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Black
comes
Panther
out before that.
Which apparently, because I don't think any of that footage has shown up online.
Nope, just the video of
yeah.
the cast afterwards.
Yeah,
like
which-
the cast losing their shit over their own trailer.
Which is a testament to how good that movie is going to be already, because they were literally in it and they hadn't seen it and they fucking lost it.
Yeah.
It's honestly it is one of the best reaction videos I think I've ever seen, where a cast is like, holy shit, we did that?
Yep, and that one I'm already on board for too.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, Black
absolutely.
Panther's gonna be fucking.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited
All
for
right.
it. So
But anyway,
All right.
Thor.
that was my noner.
That was your nerd boner right there.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, what can we say about this? Now, when you first saw it,
You know what?
You had a little bit of a different opinion.
I was like half chub. I wasn't, I was excited, but I wasn't like fully.
And then you heard Thor or Hulk talk.
You know what?
No, he had to have a conversation with me afterwards.
We had to talk about it. And you know what? I don't know what it was that bothered me about it. I think I'm just over the music. The music is what drives me nuts.
Mhm.
And the not every trailer needs to be Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, fucking stop. I get it. Old music is great and it's better than all the new shit that's out there, but like, just score it. Just fucking score the trailer sometimes. It's not that big a deal. Like, people still dig scored trailers, but I think that is what put me off at first, and then
Yeah, his initial
you talked me down.
His initial thing was like, yeah, it was good for a Guardians trailer, and I was like, whoa, okay, let's back it up a little bit
Yeah.
here. It's like this movie is number one. It's kind of bridging that gap to
Yes.
bringing the Guardians into the fold with the rest of the regular cinematic universe.
Right.
And you also there was something you said about it being like a buddy cop film. What?
It was, but that's not something I don't like. I said buddy cop, Thor, and Hulk film. Sign me up. I'm actually totally on
and
board
you
for
actually
that.
get a sense for that in this trailer because you see Thor and Banner are talking and they're kind of doing this back and forth about what's going on and
they'd
have this. I love this scene. It's like
fight?
we fought. Did I win?
I defeated
No.
you easily.
Easily. That doesn't sound right. Well, it's what happened. So.
No. So after Mike talked me off the ledge, my noner grew to full capacity.
Because I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it, I was like,
Swedish dick.
No, there was nothing about the trailer I didn't like. Literally everything, like the fact that we're putting a team together to take on Hela and Scourge. And I will tell you this right now: Karl Urban is the perfect Scourge. I love
he really
him
is
as Scourge.
in fact, there's not enough of him.
Yeah,
in these trailers.
no, I agree. And just the fact that I know that he's gonna play him, I'm just like, dude, yes, let's let's do this.
We get more of like Hela in her full costume, which is awesome because I love that crown that she wears.
Look, her as an actress.
Yeah, we had this
conversation. But look, she's never done anything for me ever. But there is something about
not even as Galadriel.
Yeah, no, not even but
she did something for me as Galadriel.
There is something about Hela, antlers and all, that I'm just like, I'd hit that. I'd
hit that like a tree on
Endor. I'd let her shatter my Mjolnir any day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. She's fucking perfect, man.
Yeah.
She seems like such a great villain, and she seems like one of those villains that you're gonna remember. So I don't think she's gonna fall victim to the
coming off a trailer.
Yeah.
And she already is more interesting
than
the villain from Thor: The Dark World.
And Thor. Like both of them.
Well,
Tom Hiddleston was the villain.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. But it's just the faceless metal monster is really the but yeah, she seems like way interesting of a villain and somebody you're gonna remember, and I don't think she's gonna fall victim to the kind of run-of-the-mill villains that you just forget all the time. She seems, honestly, like everything I've seen from her, she seems like she's having a fucking blast playing this character, and that is always good.
Everyone in this movie.
Yeah, they all seem like they have a lot of fun. And honestly, like the team assembly and the color scheme and like everything about it, this is a damn near perfect trailer. Like it's so good.
Well, when she's saying I'm a goddess of death, what were you the god of again? And you see Thor come down all radiant out.
Dude,
fuck!
I came.
Yes,
I came.
Yeah, no, that is fuck. That's so cool.
Yeah,
Because I honestly, you kind of forget sometimes.
You do. You really do.
Yeah.
Well, because that's the thing. When you see Thor summoning the lightning, he's doing it through Mjolnir.
Yeah.
So you don't ever think of like, oh yeah, no, he's the god of thunder and lightning. Like just
Yeah.
It was visually, it's the perfect way to end that trailer.
Yep.
And it's already a great trailer, and then you're just like, yes.
No, the perfect way to end that trailer is having Hulk and Thor talk about who's better.
that was pretty great. Seeing Hulk speak, I think
Hulk
is
and
cool.
Thor, I like.
Yeah, I think it's great.
And even like I'm kind of Hiddlestoned out.
Yeah.
Like I'm over it. Like he's still cool. I like him as Loki.
Yeah.
But I don't need to see him in every Thor movie. And even when he showed up in this, I was like, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Well, because he's kind of like playing a parody of himself a little bit.
I mean, a little bit, but I also think they have moved past how much they need to use him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think in this film, like you said, I think they really are trying to tie him to the bigger universe of the Guardians. And going back to the weird trailer that we saw,
where they
like the first thing you see are the Guardians of the Galaxy meeting Thor. So it would make sense that this film has kind of a bigger worlds.
Which also makes you wonder, like, somehow this movie has to end
With Thor in a bad place.
With Thor floating through space.
Yeah, I don't think it ends well for him, actually. As fun as the trailer looks, I don't think this has a happy ending.
Yeah. I mean, it's called Ragnarok. Which
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. I think the universe has moved past Loki being a focal point, and especially just the threats that are coming.
Yeah.
He's no longer that person that is trying to orchestrate anything. Like we've moved far beyond what he's capable of creating, and so I think having him just as part of the team rather than like the necessary component to make the film good, I think it's gonna work in their favor. So.
Anything else?
I think we covered it, man.
I think we
This
did.
movie looks like it's going to be probably like one of the penultimate Marvel movies until we get to Infinity War. This is going to be the penultimate.
I think they're going to do it really well. And honestly, I'm speaking to somebody who doesn't like the first two. Like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Thor is my least favorite character, and
I think Marvel got the hint.
but the fact that I'm now excited to see the third film, like that's a huge testament to how good these trailers look.
Yeah.
So
super excited. When is that? It's not even till like November, right?
November, yeah.
Is it November?
It's so long.
It's not, dude. It's 4 months away.
That's too long.
That's too long. My birthday's in November though.
After this fucking trailer here.
Yeah, it is.
You can't just be like that'd be like the same with the Avengers thing. Like I'm glad they're not releasing it.
Yeah.
Because that's so.
And they're gonna have to.
They will.
They will.
Probably
but
in the next week or two.
Yeah.
It'll probably hit the internet, but it is like so far away.
Yeah.
I can't.
It hurts.
Look, I'm getting older. I can't maintain a knoner for that long. You know what I mean?
But
After
even
beyond
like
4 hours.
But even
you should
Black
see a medical
Panther, like
professional.
even Black Panther is so far. Like
yeah.
And that comes before Infinity War, and I'm just
know.
like I can't be this hard all the time, guys. You gotta. I need a break.
Anyway, that's gonna do it for our show here tonight. If you're joining us on Twitch, this streaming on Twitch, our live show is new for us. Normally we do not go this late, but we had a delayed start to the show this evening.
Sorry,
so
guys.
Normally we're 8 to 10 p.m. If you enjoy the show, please follow us on Twitch. We also will be streaming this every Sunday. We also stream video games, as you know you're supposed to on Twitch.
Yeah,
so
that's what it's made for.
Check that out. We stream Overwatch and Destiny 2 soon, most likely.
I'll be in on that.
The beta, if you like the first Destiny, you're going to like the Destiny 2, I'm guessing, because the beta was basically like playing the first game. But more on that maybe next time. So, yeah, guys, you got anything coming up?
Not before this airs, so.
Perfect. Once again, this Wednesday, July 26th at the Etiwanda Roadhouse in Rancho Cucamonga, California. 7:30 signups for their Injustice 2 tournament. Playing on Xbox One will be the console that the game is played on. It's free to sign up. Cash prizes. They also have a loser bracket that gets cash prizes. It's a lot of fun. We will all be there. Come out, say hi, let us kick your ass. No, seriously, we may need you to let us kick your ass.
Let's figure out what it's going to take to rig this game.
Yes. And, of course, the new Dark Crusader comic strip coming out this week on Tuesday. Getting close to the season finale of Dark Crusader. Shit's going down.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, this has been the Jack of All Nerds. We will talk at you later.
That's how sharks play. Weapons left behind. We dueling with the mind. You blind, cripple, and crazy. You're real easy to find. Struggling to float with hemorrhages in your throat. Getting the lap dance when I smash through your boat. Eat your whole